Said when you know this year 2025. Now 2025 for no in numerology no number 9. And you know 2025. Into 2 plus 2 plus 5. That will give you 9. So this year is number 9. And in numerology and in astrology, number 9 is ruled by planet Mars. So when we say number yes, because we have entered into the jurisdiction of planet Mars, and Mars deals with victory, and victory comes with the color red and black. So today I decided to wear all this red outfit just to inform you, say yes, we've entered into a new dimension, a dimension that is ruled, controlled, and manipulated by the planet Mars. So say the winimono. So what person what year? There are many things about subsequent video I may after neck and maybe a bullet point of some of the things that we should expect within the year 2025. And what you know, yeah, the remedies beba, and what you know, yeah, the special treats be as a brabomu, yeah, dear Ben Krana film be prevalent. And it's no money now, beba actually. The bear in the say a more bullet point of some of the things we should expect within the year 2025. But before I bet my answer, you must understand the numbers. The figures in a woman, you will 2 womb, you will 5 womb, and our kabuma you will 9. You benya 2, 5, and 9. So all the positives and the negative traits of these 3 numbers, you know, ebenya a influence. Ewa fena ye uremu. Into number 2, anything kind to hear a 2. Number 2, no one a positive traits and a one a negative traits. I would like to share that with you. Say the in your mind as we go along with number basis in what in Symbiase. Number 2, no egina diplomacy, egina natural peacemaking. That's the positive ones. Egina seeking harmony and balance. Egina sensitivity and cooperation. Egina collaborations. Egina intuition and loyalty. So these are the positive traits of number 2. So it means that 2025, we should be expecting all these things in 2025. Then you call the negative traits of number 2. And it's number 2, indecisiveness. Okay? You can't really decide on something. A little bit troubled in the mind. You can't decide. That's one aspect, the negative aspect of number 2. Emotions. Number 2 is ruled by the moon. And when it comes to the moon, it's always about emotions. So one negative aspect of number 2 is emotions, uncontrolled emotions. Then fearful. Anytime number 2 is in oppression, there's a lot of fear. Okay, people find it very difficult to decide because the indecisiveness is there because of fear. Okay, and then people become overly sensitive. Overly sensitive. So these are the negative and the positive traits of number 2, and that number 2 is the first number in the year 2025. Then we will see 5 there. Okay, because we have 2, 2, and 5. So we have 5. Number 5, and the positive traits and the negative traits that I would like to share with you. Positive, adventure. Okay, there is so much adventure in number 5. That's a positive trait. Number 5, represents freedom loving. You want to be free. You don't want to be controlled. So this year, people will do so many things. No restrictions. People want to go overboard and enjoy their life. They want to have freedom. That is a positive aspect of number 5. Then, versatile. People can do things. Okay? When you say somebody is versatile, somebody who is not limited, somebody who is not static, because the person is versatile. And that is the positive trait of number 5. Then communication. So this year, a lot of problems will be solved because communication will be very important this year. Leaders who are able to communicate about their situations will be able to solve a lot of problems. These are some of the positive traits of number 5. Then let's go to the negative traits of number 5. One is restlessness. Restlessness. You cannot rest, like always moving here and there. 2 is impulsive. 3 is unpredictability. You're unable to predict. Okay, that's one thing with number 5 people. You cannot predict what they will be doing the next moment. They are very, very unpredictable. So this year, we have to deal with unpredictability. Then superficial. People might not be able to go deep into things. People don't want to be detailed. Everything on the surface. Okay? So people make a lot of mistakes. You look at the superficial nature of things and you want to deal with it. So number 5. People make a lot of mistakes because they are very superficial. They don't go deep into things. Just under the surface. And then we have addictive tendencies. Addictive tendencies. I mean, this year, people will be very addicted to nonsense. Because number 5 is ruling, and people become so addicted to things. So if it's alcoholism, people will drink and booze and get so intoxicated. When it comes to, say, maybe involvement with drugs, that's going to be on the high, because this year, addictive tendencies, it is going to be prevalent because it is one of the negative traits of number 5. Then, when you combine 2, 2, 5, that will give you 9. That will give you 9. So the 9 will also have its own role. Actually, this year is controlled by number 9. So these are the positive and the negative traits of number 9 for 2025. Pay attention, it's important, because all these things are just the foundation for me to be able to tell you what you should be expecting within the year. Okay? So this is not some speculative knowledge. These are ancient knowledge acquired from the mystical understanding of numerology, astrology, constellation of the stars. So these are not, say, Mashankom. No. We are giving you prediction based on ancient sciences. So, remember, I am telling you, giving you the foundation, the prelude. Because these are the numbers that will be in operation. Because these are the planets, it helps you to be able to understand. So number 9 now, I had the managing number for the year, or the prevalent number of the year, or the prominent number of the year. No, these are the positives and the negative traits. Humanitarianism, people will love to love him, and they will love to do things to make humans happy. Don't forget, number 9 in numerology represents God on earth. And God is our Father. He's so humanitarian. So humanitarianism is number 1. Compassion is another trait of number 9. Then we have wisdom. Wisdom. So people will be able to manipulate things with a high level of wisdom. We have selflessness. People will be very selfless. They want to do things for people. They want to serve the masses. They want to really see to the needs of people. They don't really want to think about what they will gain. They want to just serve. So selflessness. And then number 9 represents vision. You see, because Mars rules and Mars stands for victory, there is no way one can become victorious if you don't have a vision. You must have vision. And that vision will prepare you to the victory that Mars will be given to you at the end of the day. So you must have a vision, and that vision will be able to facilitate the victory that probably you are yearning for or you're anticipating for. So these are the positive traits of number 9. Humanitarianism, compassion, wisdom, selflessness, and then vision. This last word, vision, must be on the 9. You must have a vision. You must possess a vision in this year. Sit down, plan your life. Don't do things haphazardly. Don't do things anyhow. Plan your life with a vision. And if you have a vision this year, you have compassion, you have wisdom, you are selfless, then you'll be able to achieve victory. But even though that is a positive side, look at the negative side of number 9. So the negative side is perfectionism. People want to be so perfectionist to the point that they will see everybody as not doing anything. nothing really pleases you. You don't seem to appreciate anything. You want to do it yourself because whatever it is, you don't really appreciate it because you expect it to be more perfect. So that kind of thing, even though it is not very negative, but it is not. When you're dealing with people and you're unable to ascertain the level of their own growth or the level of their own understanding, for you to be able to appreciate what they do, and you always expect them to be perfect, that becomes a negative trait. Then intense emotions. You know, human beings are supposed to act based on their intelligence. Okay? Human beings are supposed to act based on their thinking capability. As soon as we begin to rely on the feelings of the heart, that is when intense emotion takes over our intelligence. And when our intelligence is overshadowed by intense emotions, we will begin to commit so many mistakes. So in number 9, people will be acting based on intense emotions. And if you want to win a battle, like I told you, you must have a vision. Okay? And that vision must be done based on your thinking capability. It cannot be based on your emotions. Okay? We get intelligence from our mind, but we get emotion through our heart. So you should not listen to your heart in 2025. You must listen to your mind. The mind will give you wisdom. Your heart will give you emotions. But when you are overcome by intense emotions, you are unable to propel your wisdom. That will lead you to the victory that we are all yearning for in 2025. So intense emotions. And then the next thing here is distant. One aspect that is considered to be a negative trait of number 9 is distant. Because one is so perfectionist, the person is thinking that I can do everything perfect. If care is not taken, you are somehow seen as being distant from people. You want to do things on your own. You don't want to get people involved. You become a bit distant. So if this aspect of number 9 plays so much role in 2025, you will see a lot of divorce. Because in relationship, people want to distance themselves. They want to do things alone. Whatever your partner does, you don't see it to be good because you are a perfectionist. Okay? So distant here becomes a negative trait of number 9, because if you are distant, it becomes a bit difficult for you to be able to be cooperative with people. So number 9, one negative aspect here is people will be distant in this year 2025. That will lead to a lot of divorces in the system. Then another trait here is overly selfless. Okay? Selflessness is very wonderful. But if you become overly selfless, it goes against your own personal health. It goes against your own personal peace of mind. So yes, it is good to be very selfless, but you must not be overly selfless. For instance, you need to take care of your health before you can help others. You forget about your own health, you want to consider others' health. At the end of the day, if you are no more, it will affect others too. So yes, you have to be selfless, but don't be overly selfless. But 2025, if the negative aspect or trait of number 9 affects you, you will end up becoming overly selfless. That will affect your own person. Then number 9 comes along with stubbornness. People will be stubborn this year like anything, especially the youth. They will be so stubborn. Don't forget, number 5, one of the negative traits talks about addiction. So when people are so stubborn, they will get addicted to all nonsense, and that will be for their own jeopardy. So these are the few things that I expect you to understand. So this year will represent all these traits that I have spoken of. Number 9. So a lot of things that we need to expect in 2025. But like I said, I will do subsequent videos explaining all these traits. And based on these traits, there are levels, the kinds of sicknesses that will be prevalent this year. Some of the things people should be paying attention to. I will do subsequent videos to explain these things.